All right, Corian Gaines, 23-year-old woman, shot dead August 1st by the Baltimore City Police or the Warrant Department. Um, and of course, something about traffic stops, pullovers, mind you, misdemeanor charges, and they can inflate all the information they want, criminally charged, criminally this. The people are tired. And I guess what I'm doing is being a voice for the people, for the injustices that are continually keep going on. And you can't even tell when the police is telling the truth or telling a lie nowadays. Since 90% of the information that they submit and omit as what they call alleged evidence and stuff, and their testimonies always seems to be lies, seem to be tampered with, seem to be twisted, warped, distorted. And remember the blue, you don't cross the blue line. And what that is another cop will never rat out another cop, no matter how good or bad. And the good cops always end up with the stigma and stuff, and they're just going to support each other. And so it looks like it's just never going to stop. I mean, think about this for a second. With all of the so-called alleged intelligence that they have today, the woman has got to come out of the department sooner or later. But to sit up there and to die over them coming to you because you have traffic violations, and to sit up there and get shot. I've seen a video where the woman was loading a shotgun. She had a child there. Did she use the little boy as a human shield? I don't know. What I do know is that I just don't trust police. I don't trust them whatsoever at all. And again, it's our experiences that help us shape. It's our experiences that help us form. It's our experiences that help us come to the conclusion about what we think about the police officer. Now, do I believe that all police officers are bad? No, but it's just like with anything. It's like when for instance, our country in America, we don't stand up and do anything against all these warrantless wars. And we allow America to go and terrorize the free world. To rip off Africa for its resources, the Middle East, Afghanistan for its poppy plants and resources and everything else, and then we trump up charges against them as if we're interested in how they take care of their people. We say that there are civil rights violations against their people there in the country. Yet in Tiananmen Square, we didn't interfere one bit with China when we saw all those civil injustices and ills take place. See, we're a bunch of hypocrites, and I think what it is what is true what the Bible says. When you have a wicked person, an unjust person, they hate a righteous man, and when you have a righteous man hate the wicked. That's just all there is to it. And the wicked is the ones that seems to be. Matter of fact, the wicked is the one that are in power, and regardless of the situation, where the woman was in the right or in the wrong. I think the people are just simply tired of people getting killed over some stupid misdemeanor crimes, or even just innocently shot dead on the streets, like the man in Louisiana and the man in Minnesota. Even the names are becoming household names nowadays. It's obvious that the cops or the police officers has waged war against the citizens of the United States of America, which I firmly believe. I think this is about either the sixth or the ninth woman that has been shot and killed, colored woman, black woman, has been killed by the hands of police officers over misdemeanor traffic charge. All you have to do is wait till the woman goes shopping one day. You can get her then. But no, we got to go in G.I. Joe. We got to go in blazing. It's just sad. And again, and when I tout all this stuff, I'm touting mainly my military experience. I spent some time in JRTC. And I used to teach people prior to the second Iraq War. I used to teach people about mock-up door training and stuff, and do all type of training and stuff like it as Op 4, going against Blue 4. And so I know about weapons. Believe you me, I know about role playing. I can just go on and on and on for days, but that's not the reason why you're here. I think the ideal is just people just simply tired of all the murder and the killing. They really truly are. And when you look at the history of this country, it keeps coming back and biting America. It bites them hard. The history does. about their attitude and their posture and the way they have literally been against people of color. They've been robbed of a knowledge of self. Their history has been stolen, taken away from them. They had to suffer under apartheid, the Jim Crow laws, 400 years of chattel slavery. Did not receive the 40 acres and a mule. Just simply just don't have the economic benefits as the rest of the people in the country. Of course, I'm going to hear white brothers and sisters out there belly aching and complaining over my situation. Again, it's all about what lenses you see. And like I said, we've already started to see police officers die. Just left and right. They're going to be, they're just dying. They're just dying on the streets even more so. And because when you look at the economy, and I'm throwing a lot of things at you at once. When you look at the economy, and when people have nothing to lose, they lose it. I just got finished coming from town. I walk into TSC, and then outside of a restaurant over here, I see two undercover officers and then one plainclothes, a couple of plainclothes. And I noticed that, man, they don't make no apologies and make no qualms about sitting looking at me. Now, it makes no difference to me. They can look at me and I look at them. But I tell you, it's getting pretty hostile, isn't it? And I know that they all watch my videos up here because, after all, man, I'm the most popular polarizing figure up here in this town. But they all watch me. Every one of them. And you can tell these people right here, they literally have no discipline whatsoever at all about holding themselves or their spirituality or whatever you want to call it. It's just another unfortunate incident. It's another strike against law enforcement officers. They're going to have to go out and try to bellyache and cry and try to, no matter what they say, they're going to have the system on their side. And the public just simply don't care. That's why I'm trying to get over to you people out there, is that the black people in this country are just tired of dying. They're tired of dying at the hands of law enforcement officers. And I know that the argument is immediately going to go over to blacks killing blacks, or whites kill whites. It's just a microcosmic organism that takes place. No matter what environment, no matter what land you come from. If you was the Scots, the Lowlanders, and the Highlanders, they kill each other for the hell of it because they didn't have nobody else to kill. So they kill. And the Hutus and the Tutus in Africa, they kill each other. The Indians over here, the tribes, they kill each other. People just kill because there's a thief that's loose. There's a thief that's loose, the spirit of death. Either way it's going to go, it's still not going to fare well concerning the public opinion and their perspective and point of view, the court of public opinion. They're not going to favor anything that the Baltimore officials say because we already know that everything is staged. I keep telling you, sometimes people make the mistake of just thinking that all of these heinous crimes that the police officers are actually perpetuating against the citizens are actually have to do with a lot, and it is that way. It's undeniable, black on white crime and stuff. But the truth is, this is a system of corruption, starting at the White House over there in Washington, D.C., all the way down. Anything, and we need a total clean reset of this whole entire system. It is a system of corruption, and the whole world knows it. The public especially knows it. And you know what's going to happen? 99.9% of the time, they're going to get acquitted. I sat up here and read an article the other day. There was this white police officer. You know what he was doing? He was raping little girls and committing bestiality with a dog, and he gets a menial 11-year prison sentence. He'll probably be out in 3 years. You see what I'm saying? It's just not balanced justice. It just simply ain't. And then there's another police officer up here, rapes his black woman, and he gets 6 months probation. It's just, the news, it can give you a headache just sitting and watching it. But it seems to keep going from bad to worse. And they think that there's a war on against them. The people already know because they're fighting the war. Seems like it's a war against the citizens. I need to remind the police officers of one thing. Of course, they don't care because we're in big government. This is exactly what the founding fathers of this country feared. And that's the reason why they wrote it in here, right here, the Constitution. Because the police officers are public servants. And now you got Americans killing Americans over misdemeanors. I don't care how you dress it up. It's just a sad, sad day when you lose your life over something so trivial. Are people passionate? Sure they are. But, hey, big government is ruling, and they're ruling hard. And they've got a hold of power, and they feel it, they taste it, and they're not about to let go of it. And if you want to be a part of the good old club, you go join the government. It's just a sad situation. It really is. Unfortunate. Excuse me. But law enforcement officers, you are our public servants. That's what you are. We are your masters. That's what we are. Law-abiding citizens, we are your masters. We pay your paycheck. But see, when people have this big government attitude, they don't see it that way. Now you got all these Starsky and Hutches out here running around. I tell you what, it's just utterly amazing what's going on in this country. It's disheartening. What it is, just flat out disheartening. So a 23-year-old woman and a 5-year-old child get shot as well. It's just sad. Misdemeanor charges. We're going to go and end a young woman's life who has a 5-year-old child over some damn traffic tickets. That's the point that I'm trying to make. A damn traffic tickets.